What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner?
Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for another game review, an official tag team review. Boom, here with my son, Sean, and today we're very excited to be checking out Dragon Tower from Haba Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 5 plus. It'll take, I don't know, about 10-15 minutes to play. And what are you going to be doing in Dragon Tower, Sean?
You're going to be you're going to have these knights to get the princess out of the tower.
Yeah.
And if she falls off the side, the dragon takes the tower down.
Yep. So there is a beautiful princess in a castle, and you must rescue her before the evil dragon with a string rips down the entire castle and sends the princess with her. It is light, it is simple, it is a very large box Haba game, but is it good? Let's open it up, and we'll tell you what we think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what you get inside of Dragon Tower. So first and foremost, we're a handy-dandy rule book. You're only going to need about 3-4 pages out of the rule booklet. It's double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. Very well done. Should have you up and running in no time at all. So big thumbs up. Also really shows you clearly how to set the tower up, which is good. So I have already assembled the tower, but it's really simple. You're going to have some little things that are going to go in here and some little things that are going to slide in there, and hopefully it's all in the camera. And then you're going to put it on like so. At the very top, you are going to have the princess, and the princess, let's see if I can flip this over so you can see it, is going to be in her room. And your goal is to get her out of her room, get her around the ledge right here, and then get her out to safety. But in order to get her to safety, obviously she's not going to jump, you are going to have to assemble this part of the tower right here, and the dragon is going to be trying to pull that over. So when you first start the game, you're going to have something looking like this going on, and let's go over the components, let's get into the gameplay. So first, component-wise, you're going to have this two-piece board. It's got a little puzzle aspect there. You're going to put it together. You're going to get this dragon. And the dragon has a cool little mechanism where if you flip his wing, he's going to start to slowly pull this rope right here. And when he's pulling that rope, he is going to pull out this rock, which is actually something that you can move. And that will eventually send all parts of the tower down. Well, not the main base, but what you're building right here. So let's go ahead and build it up for you so you can see exactly how it works, and then I'll start showing you some more components. So also in front of us, you're going to see a lot of these rock tiles right here. There is a memory aspect to this game where you are going to try to build the tower. So how do you build the tower? Well, let's just say we were this far in the game. If this is the setup we would have. I'm looking for a yellow, a pink, a blue, or a green. So I'd flip one over. This would be a blue. That would be good for me. I would set this over to the side. It's out of the game. And then I would place the blue right there. Now the next person would go. They're looking for the yellow or the purple. So you can see there's various different things. So we have all the different colors that you're going to be dealing with, like the yellow one. There's also going to be some wilds in here. And the wilds will look just like a regular, look like a little gesture right there. And you can use that for any color you want. Eventually, what's going to happen is you will have all four of the people here holding up the tower to help rescue the princess. Once you get that, you're going to need to unveil the board. And when you get the board, you'll set that over to the side, and then you will put on yet another of the parts of the tower. Now, what you will run into is going to be one of the dragons, one of the 4 dragons, because yes, there will be dragons that you will potentially be flipping over. And while we have been getting rid of all the other tiles, like when we get a jester, or when we get the wood, or when we get the colors, you set those off to the side. The dragons actually stay put, so you have to keep the dragons in there, and there's 4 of them. So each time you flip over a dragon, you're going to slowly but surely move the dragon one back in these little holes, which means there's less rope for him to pull, which means it's going to be more difficult to get the princess out of the tower successfully. So eventually what's going to happen is that you will completely construct the tower. Now, also what's going to happen from time to time, especially if you're playing with younger kids, is you'll get to the last hole. And if you get to the last hole, if you're playing the hard mode that I made up, if you uncover one more dragon, then you just completely yank everything down. But if you're playing the kids mode, which I recommend because the game's already difficult enough as it is, you are going to complete building it, and you will not just pull the tower down. So if you get a 5th or 6th dragon, it's not a big deal. You just keep going until you've completely built this up. Now, once you've done that, all these tiles can go away, and it becomes strictly a dexterity time element game. So let's get this set up, and let's see how lucky I can get. So We got the dragon at the last one, so now what you're going to do is you're going to try to navigate the princess out of the tower using one of your little tongue depressor things, which will have your color on it. You're all going to be cooperatively working together to do this. Let's just see if I can do it. So, when you're ready to go, you're going to snap his wing, like so, and then you are going to try and move the princess out of the tower. Obviously, you do not want her to fall off the side of the building or fall off of the scaffolding. Oh, this is going to be really hard with one player. No! All right, so the princess has fallen to her doom, and now, unfortunately, the evil dragon has crushed everything. But you're going to continue to do that until eventually you win, or you can keep doing it until you lose, because it is a very difficult game. But that, in a nutshell, is what you're going to do inside of DrachenTurm, a.k.a. Dragon Tower. Alrighty then, Dragon Tower from Haba Games. What are our final thoughts? Let's go over the pros. Let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, Sean, was there anything you didn't like about Dragon Tower?
I don't like when the princess, when the dragon takes down that tower.
Yeah, when the dragon does. And that is pretty difficult. This can be a very difficult game for adults, let alone children, especially when you're flipping over the tiles. Because as you flip over the tiles, you're going to reveal dragons, and then the dragon will progressively, oh my goodness, go further back. Which I wasn't expecting to happen. And there's 4 dragon tiles in the game. Now, luckily, you can easily modify difficulty by making less dragons in there. Yeah, buddy?
I just made that.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I knocked it over. Oops. Was there anything else you didn't like about Dragon Tower?
Nope.
2 to 4 players. That's a little bit of a restricted player count. You could play with more, but you just have to get like a little stick to push it around. But I don't think you would actually want to. I actually liked it best with 2 or 3 players, because at 4 players, there's just too many fingers in there and too many sticks in there with the princess, and it just made things a little bit more difficult. So I liked it best with 2 or 3 players. Also, the box. Oh, we got to talk about the box. The box is huge. This is a gigantic box. And I understand why, because when you first get it, it takes up a lot of the space. But once you've got it unboxed, give me a second, buddy. Once you've got it unboxed, it doesn't take up that very much of this box. So the box is very large. Yeah, buddy, you got another con?
It's not, but it's not heavy.
No, it's not heavy. So the box is not heavy. Sean can pick it up, get it off the shelf. Sean set up this all by himself. But let's move on to the pros, because there are a lot of pros. And I'm going to say this. DrachenTurm is Dragon Tower. Dragon Tower is one of Haba's best. Just pure and simple. This game is part of the reason why I love Haba games so much. Even when they have okay games, they're still better than most of the children's games on the market. And Dragon Tower is one of those games that's going to go with Rhino Hero and Silly Shenanigans and Magic Feathers. And, the one where you feed the bear as just an absolutely outstanding children's/family game. So what did you like about Dragon Tower, buddy?
I liked when we get to the bottom of the castle.
When we get to the bottom, well, we don't do that too often, do we? Because the game is very difficult. Now, as I mentioned, you can modify the difficulty, and there's different ways that you can do that. But that being said, even on the easiest difficulty, this is still going to be difficult for kids and adults alike, which I like. This poses a real challenge. A lot of kids' games are not terribly challenging, the cooperative ones. This one is. Also, I mean, obviously, we'll talk about the components, but this game looks cool, doesn't it, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you set this up on the table, people will be instantly intrigued. The components feel nice. I mean, it's going to take you a while to get everything set up when you're first starting the game and pop all the stuff and create all the little characters. But once you have it done, it's very easy to set up. It's very easy to learn. It's very easy to teach, which are great for family games. Yeah, buddy?
But you're not playing with the little characters who own up the castle.
Yeah, the little characters are like serfs and people around the town that are building up this castle, trying to get the princess out of there, and then you're coming in as the brave knights and princes and whatnot, and you're trying to rescue her, which is really cool as well. The dragon works perfectly serviceable. It's a really cool mechanism, and it's really neat watching the dragon pull the string, and you're like, oh no, we're running out of time, we're running out of time. And as you flip the dragon tiles over, you have to move the dragon further and further back, and it's like, oh man, it's going to be even more tense. It's a very tense game. It's a very stressful game at certain points, which I like, but it's so short that it really wasn't a big deal. And overall, Dragon Tower, I think, is a fantastic children's game. You think you could teach this to Kylie and Maxon? He's 4 years old. It says for ages 5+, so I'd say 4 to 4+ are going to enjoy this game. I think it's a great family game. I've played this with adults as well, just without any kids. And we had a lot of fun with this game as well as a nice light, maybe drinking game or just hanging out, socializing type of game. Dragon Tower from Haba Games, put quite simply, is fantastic, and it's one of their best games out there. You know, it's right up there with Rhino Hero and a bunch of their other amazing games. Dragon Tower from Hoppa Games. Giving this one a big recommendation, buddy. Stop looking at all your Hoppa games over there. Stop looking at all your Hoppa games over there. Yeah, Dragon Tower, Hoppa Games. This one, if you have kids, absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend if you can get past that box size, which is pretty stinking big. That is Dragon Tower from Hoppa Games, one we definitely recommend. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. If you had to save the princess, how would you save the princess, buddy?
Just get the sticks then. Get the princess to the bottom.
You know what? I would probably just throw a giant rope up there. I mean, we have, what, like 16 people from the city, working here? Why can't we just get a big rope up there and then just, get her down? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. How would you save the princess from the dragon? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
Dad, we haven't got to the bottom of that. Got the princess to the bottom.
Well, we've got her to the bottom, but she fell off the side and splattered. Womp womp.